And speaking about training camp, Mikal Bridges, he's going to be there. And of course, he is the new biggest addition for this Knicks team. We heard from Jalen. We heard from Josh. We heard from some other people. Didn't really hear from that other Nova guy that we have, Donte DiVincenzo. Well, recently, he was at, I believe, a meet and greet. And he was greeted by a lot of different Knicks fans. The line was so long, I think it was wrapping around the block. It was ridiculous. He has so much support. Shout out to Donte DiVincenzo. But when he was showing love, he was also interviewed. And during that interview, he addressed the Mikal Bridges deal, that trade, and how he feels about it. Let's take a look at exactly what he had to say about it. It's not even believable, to be honest with you. It's not a situation where we tried to go out and do it. We talked about it. It's never been like that. Everybody kind of just went along with their own path and ended up back with each other. So we're here just trying to win as many games as possible. As we see here, he's saying we're trying to win as many games as possible. That is the goal. There is nothing else that Donte DiVincenzo wants right now. They're just trying to win games, win championships, and win titles. If that's not something that you love from this Knicks team, I really try to wonder, what else could it be? They are doing so many things right now that make sense in terms of the additions, the moves, and what they're trying to set up. We just broke down the Achua signing, why they basically did that, and the potential center, starting caliber center they could get. That's a move for the future. Mikal is a move for now and the future. And Donte hit it on all single points. It's unbelievable. We can't believe it. It's amazing. We're going to do great. But now it's time to put it down and win games. Great to talk about, great to watch, great to live in, good moment. But the moment doesn't matter as much as what we do with it. Now we got to show them. We got to tell everybody why it's our time. You're not welcome here. And we're going to start, we're going to start running through the league game and game and game after game, because that's the roster we have in place right now. And again, we talked about training camp. Well, shout out to Steph Bondy as well, too, because during that article, he also released some information on when training camp is going to be held and also where it's going to be held. So let's break down that information as well, too. According to Steph Bondy, the Knicks plan to hold part of their training camp again at the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina, the Post has learned. Training camp typically starts the day after Media Day, which this year falls on September 30th. When they did that last year, what did that turn into? 50-plus wins. With a hobbled, not healthy, trying to be healthy, trying to claw its way to get to healthy team. And this year, we have a bench that Thibodeau is going to use. We have a starting unit that complements our stars, our all-stars, better than any unit we've ever had before. The likelihood is we're going to go into the playoffs as healthy as possible. This Knicks squad doing the same thing they did last year to be good and be great, but now doing it with a more improved roster. I don't even know what the ceiling is for this team next season. You might say 50 teams. Would it be crazy if I said 60 wins? Would that be crazy? Nobody's expecting it. Nobody's thinking about it. But what if it all works and gels quickly and everything clicks? Could they not win 60 games? 55, 57, 61? Could it not happen? You know, before last season, if I said that, that was laughable. You'd laugh at me if I said that. But this year, you're not laughing. There's no reason to laugh because the roster we have makes what I said believable. You don't think the Knicks can win 60-plus games? You must not have seen the Knicks roster lately. Let me give you the starting lineup again real quick. Jalen, Mikal, OG, Randall, and a tall guy called Mitchell Robinson. Contenders. Contenders. We are championship contenders. Donte knows it. Our entire Knicks team knows it. Our window is now the fact that we know holding training camp there again means something. It matters because it helped us last year. It's showing me we're going back to a routine that we know helps us and works. And if it means 50+ wins again, I'll take it each and every time because I want a Knicks playoff series again, but I want the Knicks to go all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. And it looks like right now, folks, we are setting up to go exactly that way. Shout out to Steph Bondy for giving us this information. Again, training camp likely starts after Media Day, which is normally around September 30th. So we can expect to see training camp around that time. Can't wait to see what happens. Can't wait to see the chemistry, the interviews. I'm going to be all over it, covering each and every part of it. Pulsar says, the only player I would give a shot on that list is JaVale McGee. You would give JaVale McGee a shot? Why? So you can hear McGee in it? McGee in it. That's what I used to say when I was young, when JaVale McGee would make a fumble or an issue, and I knew that that play would be in Shaq and the Fool. He McGee'd it again. McGee in it. McGee in it. McGee in it. It was my thing. For a while, it was my thing watching the NBA because he would just make so many issues and problems. Now, I understand. I get it. He's not going to be a prominent figure, prominent role, barely play any minutes. Then why you want him on the team? He's going to barely play any minutes, not going to really be utilized. I don't want him on the team. I don't want players on this roster that we are never going to utilize ever. It's not going to make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why do that? Why get players on this team that you're never going to do anything with? And that's what JaVale McGee would be about. He's not on a roster right now. Do you think that's by choice? Do you think it's by choice that he's not on a roster? Or you think that nobody's calling him? Same thing. I see there's so many comments about DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins already admitted himself his NBA career is over. He can't play in the NBA anymore. You think his knees can still bang with some of the best bigs in the game? It can't happen anymore. He's a shell of himself. I don't know what we're doing here. You can't fix it. Right now, all you can do is try to get a player that's young enough that you'll utilize and increase their value. The goal right now is to get to the trade deadline. And once you're at the trade deadline, use what you had to make valuable. That's what we need. That's the main thing right now, guys. If you enjoyed these clips from the live show, be sure to subscribe to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new episodes or when we go live. Thanks for watching, Knicks fans, and until next time, peace.